Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to turn things around a little bit. I had an interesting discussion with someone in the message center on the Acupuncture is My Life app. It was pretty cool. It's just, this person had asked me, and he's from Japan. He'd asked me, outside of acupuncture, what are certain things that can help a person live longer? And, I inquired, of course. I take it you listen to Acupuncture is My Life podcast. He'd stated yes. I said, then I know you hear me tout exercise, diet, sleep, and acupuncture. So he was aware of that. And he wanted to know, are there other things that can help with living a longer life? I says, well, one, if you're happy with your life, that helps as well. Okay, it's not just eating better, exercising, again, and acupuncture and so forth, and a good night. So, being happy with your life, the people that you surround yourself with, super important. But something that slips by so many people, and this is a global thing. All right. This is a global thing. And I also tell this to many of my patients that come into the Acupuncture is My Life clinic here in New York City, is regular flossing. So many individuals are unaware that regular flossing can have a major impact on a person's lifespan. All right? Major impact. And mental health, of course, plays a part. And this is why it's out, and this is why we have Acupuncture is My Life TV, which also strong. It doesn't just, you can't just access it, or you can access it on the internet, but it's also streaming on Roku TV as well. And we talk about mental and emotional disorders and holistic ways to deal with them and so forth and so on. But I know it's a shocker to many, and they may not think much of it when it comes to flossing. But guess what else I speak of? And I mean, it remains under the radar. Getting outside and getting more sunlight. That is so important. Getting outside and getting more sunlight, especially in the morning. And I'm talking about just 30, 35 minutes of natural sunlight every morning. Just go for that walk. Get some sun. Let it get into your eyes, your skin, because sunlight is responsible for resetting a person's circadian clock, and many individuals don't realize that. And if you're suffering from some type of sleep disorder, and those of my patients that come into the Acupuncture is My Life clinic in New York City that are suffering from some type of sleep disorder, I recommend that to them as well, because natural sunlight, just looking into the sun, letting it touch your skin, and you don't have to go outside naked. No, I'm not saying that. All right? Because I know I'm going to get some questions over the Acupuncture is My Life app. should we just wear bathing suits, or, what should we wear outside? Just go outside. I mean, in some cases, yeah, it's cold during the winter or what have you, but just let the sun touch your face, possibly your hands, get into your eyes. Super important, because it helps with sleep disorders. It resets the circadian clock. And there's so many individuals who are unaware of that. And getting some sunlight and walking, boom. I mean, that's awesome. Great combination. Because it's the sunlight that sort of pushes your body clock forward. And many individuals don't, and I'm not going to really get off into a tangent in this, but, your body clock tends to run longer than 24 hours. So every now and then you need to reset it. You need to reestablish that balance between yin and yang. And getting out and getting that morning sunlight helps with that. Because once you reset it, then at night when you're ready to go to sleep, you're good. But try and do that, because it helps. That morning walk and morning sunlight puts you in a better mood. It helps with sleep, and I can discuss that for days. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a separate episode on that. Now, keep in mind, the other thing you have to do, and I say this all the time, is see a physician on an annual basis, regular annual checkups, do some blood work, maybe urinalysis, stool samples, and, all that good stuff. You have questions, you ask your physician, but then make sure you get to an acupuncturist afterwards. Make sure you see an acupuncturist afterwards. But you know what else helps with living longer is the types of relationships that you're in. They have to be strong relationships. And you have to stay in touch. You have to stay connected. These things are important because so many people surround themselves with the wrong people. And this is simply because they don't want to feel alone or left out. And in cases like that, you're better off by yourself, because it allows you to do some deeper soul searching and figuring out who you are and who it's best you surround yourself with. Because the people that you hang out with and you so-called have strong relationships with, and I'm talking on the positive side now, just jump the fence real quick. That's important for a healthier and longer life. Because when you're cultivating a positive relationship, many individuals are unaware you're increasing the levels of oxytocin in your system. And oxytocin is key for overall health. Because increasing your oxytocin does wonders. Miracles for your body. It stabilizes blood pressure. It lowers stress hormones such as cortisol. And it puts you in a much better mood. It's great, when you're involved in healthy relationships, it's great for individuals who are suffering from anxiety disorders. And these are all put together along with seeing an acupuncturist. Because health is wealth. The wealth, it's not in an app on your phone. It's not in a retirement account. It's not in the safe. It's not in the bank. The wealth is not in your purse or your pocket. The wealth is not under the doghouse in the backyard. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. Nor is it under your mattress. The wealth is in you. That's where it's at. And I'm sure that's why you listen to Acupuncture's My Life podcasts. And in listening to Acupuncture's My Life podcast, you're giving yourself purpose in life, which is another thing that's important to live a longer lifespan. Giving yourself purpose. Because your purpose in listening to these podcasts is you want to live healthier. You're in pursuit of a healthier lifestyle. You're in pursuit of a wealth and knowledge of acupuncture and how you can benefit. But continue giving your life purpose, because that breeds happiness. It really does. Having a purpose in life creates balance, and that's what yin and yang is about. You have yin and yang. Now, in this case, you have pleasure and purpose. Bam! Balance that out, and you're good. These things are important. You want to mix it up, but you want that balance. Because having purpose in life is what keeps you happy. It's what keeps you in love with yourself. And always in pursuit and as well as in touch with bigger and greater things in life. Which is super important. And there's so much individuals are unaware of. But this next point I've said this before. Sleep. Keeping a strict sleep schedule. Because getting a good quality night's sleep is that basis, that foundation for a healthier life. Because you have to understand, we exist on a day and a night cycle. Okay? That day cycle is represented by yang. The night is yin. So in the day when you're up, your energies are going. And that's yang, active, moving, going, thinking, meditating. That's yang. When we sleep, that's yin. It's sort of like hibernating, short term now, a few hours. Good 7, isn't it, for adults? 7, 8 hours sleep, closer to 7. But by midnight, that's the height of yin. By noon, that's the height of yang. So to sleep, yin is at play. Building up nourishing energies for yang. See, this is why, you need to get a good night's sleep, and so your liver can do what it needs to do, and your brain can clear out those bad proteins and just dump them as waste to be excreted when you use the bathroom. That's the time of yin. We're recycling that yang energy during the day, and we're the body's putting together the nourishing factors to support yang for the next day. So when yin is deficient, yang seems overactive, and that's when you're irritable and there are dizzy spells and so forth and so on, because there's not enough yin to support yang, and you lose control of yang. and things begin to go bad now. Chronic fatigue, tiredness, irritability, and much, much more. Things begin to fall out of balance. And this is why I tout getting a good night's sleep so much. Our bodies, again, it exists off of this day and night cycle. The yang aspect of life, which is day, and the yin aspect of life, which is night. So our bodies, our hormones, tend to help regulate how our body functions. So when your circadian rhythm is off, trust me, so are your hormones. Please keep that in mind. So are your hormones. And then your body starts to think, uh-oh, there's danger. And you go from that parasympathetic state of being into sympathetic. Parasympathetic is rest, relax, everything is flowing harmoniously, in which it should be. Chi and blood should be traversing the body harmoniously. But then sympathetic is when it's fight or flight. You're ready to fight, you're angry, or you're ready to run. Because a lion is chasing you, you're just always on 10. That's not good. Myriad of disorders come from that state of existence. So this is why sleep is important, and why I initially said getting that 35 minutes, 40 minutes of morning sunlight is super important. Because if your body's constantly in a sympathetic state of being, that being fight or flight, and thinking that it's constantly in danger, you're setting yourself on the road to chronic disease. You don't want that. And see, and this is what I say to you, like, if you were seeing an acupuncturist, you wouldn't be worried about that. On a regular basis, that's something you wouldn't have to worry about. Because every time you go in to see your acupuncturist, doesn't matter if it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or once or every season. Every time you go into see your acupuncturist, they're going to pick that up. They're going to ask you several questions. They're going to do a tongue and pulse diagnosis, along with other things. And of course, you have the subjective view and the objective view. But we'll know what to do. And usually, when you come back for your next visit, it's like, wow, doc. Wow. I feel great. I feel great. I'm sleeping better. My energy's up. Mentally, my mood is awesome. All from just regular wellness visits with your acupuncturist. Acupuncture has changed billions, not millions, billions of lives over 2,000 years in existence. Just make acupuncture part of your life, okay? Especially if you want to live a longer, healthier, which will equate to a happier lifestyle. Make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?